Hey beautiful people, today we are going to talk about 10 ways how to outsmart a narcissist the right way, and don't let them get to you with their manipulative tricks. So watch this video until the end if you are keen to flip the situation upside down and let them understand that you are not as easy to manipulate and that they have to watch their behavior and attitude while interacting with you. My name is Darina and I'm doing my psychology postgrad in Australia. Let's get started. Of course, ideally would be not to interact with such people at all, but we have to be realistic. It could be someone at work, someone among acquaintances, or even distant relative. Sometimes you might find yourself in a relationship with such a person because you didn't notice their narcissistic traits from the beginning. When you are dealing with someone who behaves like a narcissist, it means they often only see others as objects to serve their own needs or boost their ego. They don't usually see people as real people with feelings and needs of their own. So the first step in dealing with a narcissist is to make them see you as a person, not just as an object. You do this by looking them in the eyes and using their name when you talk to them. This personalizes the interaction and shows them that you see them as a person, inviting them to do the same. You're starting to establish a real human connection, which might make them feel uncomfortable at first because they're not used to it, but at the same time, it helps you to set the grounds for at least near normal communication. Another important thing when dealing with a narcissist is not letting them change the subject of a conversation. This is a trick they often use when they feel like they're losing in the conversation or being confronted. For example, imagine you guys discussing weekend plans and the narcissist suddenly brings up something completely different from last weekend to avoid the current topic. Stay focused on the original topic and not let them divert the conversation. You have to always remember what you were talking about and don't hesitate to remind them of it if they try to change the subject. Why is that important? No doubt, narcissists can talk beautifully on the different range of topics, and they can easily drag you into the scenario that will benefit them. And you, as a person that is respectful, polite, you are going to let them talk. But in conversation with a narcissist, you don't need to be very polite. You need to be persistent and a little bit cold-headed so they don't drag you into their murky waters. And tip number 4 is don't own their feelings. Narcissists often try to manipulate by making it seem like their emotions are your fault. If they're angry or upset, they might blame it on something you did. But you're gonna realize their emotions are theirs to deal with. You're not responsible for how they feel. So as a consequence, don't overanalyze their behavior, which is a tip number 5. Sometimes when a narcissist acts out, we might start blaming ourselves, thinking that if we do this or that, they would act differently. But that's not the case. If you're going to walk on the eggshells around them, this will only give you a nervous breakdown as their reactions are unpredictable. So just put in your head that each person is responsible for their own feelings and actions. So don't go down the rabbit hole of trying to figure out why they're behaving a certain way. Just focus on your own well-being and don't let their behavior bring you down. You wanna scream or be resentful? Cool. Call me when you are not. This attitude have to become your best friend. By the way, guys, if you keep watching this video, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me as a new creator to develop this channel. And tip number 6 is stay cool during attacks. When a narcissist starts attacking you, bringing up old grudges or getting all heated, it's best not to get into big argument. Just stay quiet and let them finish venting. Wait until they're done to have a rational conversation and don't get dragged into their emotional roller coaster. And number 7, keep communication clear. Narcissists often twist facts or distort information to suit their agenda, especially when discussing important matters like child safety, finances, or work issues. You have to find ways that suit you to keep communication transparent. If possible, have witnesses present during discussions or write down agreements. Make notes, keep messages, emails to prevent twisting the facts. You have to have tons of proof. Tip number 8, if you are in a long-term relationship with a narcissist, it is very important not to allow them to be the center of your world. It's important to constantly show the person that they are not the only one, that their needs are not the only needs in your life, that you have your own needs, wants, and interests. But here you have to be careful and watch what you are doing. For example, a woman is in a relationship with a man and she thinks that the man is a narcissist, and she spends all her free time studying the problem of narcissism. She still makes this man the center of her universe. Indirectly, of course, because she wants to solve the problem. She studies him like he's this evil genius that is worth studying. It doesn't matter to the narcissist whether the attention they receive is positive or, negative. The main thing is to receive attention. So your motto have to become whatever. Don't get too involved and try to understand them. Sometimes they don't understand what they are doing themselves. When dealing with a narcissist, it's crucial to understand that you'll face both direct and indirect pressure. So it's essential to be clear about your own desires and needs, which is a tip number 9. You have to develop this habit that before agreeing to anything, you ask yourself, am I doing this because I genuinely want to or because I feel pressured? For instance, if you are planning to watch a movie together, are you doing it because you're genuinely interested or because they want it? Focus on your own needs and don't give in to pressure. You can say, why would I even bother if it is just a movie? Because if you teach them that you are easy to give in, they will push through your boundaries more and more, trying to convince you doing bigger things you don't want to do. And tip number 10 is to learn how to say no when needed. If you express your refusal but the narcissist keep pushing or trying to convince you otherwise, you need to establish boundaries. When you say no, make it clear that the conversation ends there, almost like with the child, because technically this is who they are, a person with lots of insecurities, with lots of fears, who wants to boost their ego by dominating and manipulating someone. Don't expect them to respect your decision, but I can guarantee when you will develop this skill, you will respect yourself more, as this is really not an easy task for many people. Please write in the comments which of the above tactics of interaction with narcissists you have personally tried. Maybe you have something to add or share your personal experience in dealing with narcissists and keeping them in line. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in next videos.